All the food debates happening across America right now completely miss the point. The joy of Thanksgiving, regardless of which month you celebrate it, isn't rooted in a single item on your plate. It's the fact there's no shame in filling that bad boy up as many times as you'd like. Of course, as a pal of mine likes to say, the bill for the good times always comes. And anyone who's ever overstuffed on turkey can tell you, a deep, depilating lethargy often takes hold about 2 hours after dinner. This NHL campaign kicked off just after Thanksgiving in Canada, and 6 weeks into the season, some players look like they're still shaking out the drumsticks. Sleepy starts can be forgiven, naturally, as long as they don't last too long. With that in mind, this week's power rankings highlight one player on every squad who could use a squirt of hot sauce in his diet. Patrick Hornqvist isn't the lead horse on this team, but he did score at a 26-goal pace for the Cats last season. It took him 11 games to get on the board this year, and he's buried just 2 pucks in 19 outings thus far. I'm sure Jesperi Kotkaniemi is happy to be on a new team. I'm sure Carolina viewed the offer sheet as a long play for a guy who's just 21 years old. That said, Kotkaniemi has 3 goals and just a single assist this year in 18 games. He's also seen less than 10 minutes of ice in 3 of his past 6 contests. If I told you Calgary would be one of the teams surging to start the year, wouldn't you assume Sean Monahan had recaptured 30-goal form? The big center has just 2 markers all year. Monahan is scoring at a 14-goal pace in 70 contests dating back to the start of last season. Kailer Yamamoto has 5 points in 19 games as the 2017 first-rounder can't seem to find anything close to the point-per-game pace he displayed over 27 games in 2019-20. It's not that Vitek Vanecek has been bad. More like he just didn't grab the bull by the horns when Ilya Samsonov was out or scuffling a bit upon his return from injury. Vanecek's .916 save percentage at even strength ranks him 32nd in the league among tenders with at least 5 games played. To be fair, Samsonov is only 30th at .918. We're happy giving Darcy Kuemper time to adjust to his new team, but even during the AV's recent hot stretch, Kuemper's save percentage during his past 9 games is a ho-hum. 908. He's also on a bizarre run of losing skate blades in the middle of the action. Corey Perry scored his first of the year on Tuesday night during a win over Philly and did the whole thing where you pretend to grab the monkey that's been residing on your back and toss it into the stands. Nobody expects the former MVP to light it up, but he should probably do a little more warm-up scoring before he's expected to shine in the playoffs. 0 goals in 21 games is not what the team had in mind for Nick Ritchie, who has not been able to seize a prime opportunity to prove his 22-goal pace from last season was no fluke. Igor Shesterkin may be the man, but a little support from Alexander Georgiev would be nice. The Bulgarian has the worst save percentage, .858, of the 56 goalies who have appeared in at least 5 games. This distinction was Kevin Fiala's to lose as of last week, but he's come alive with 4 points in his past 5 outings. As such, we have to stick it to the goalie duo of Cam Talbot and Kaapo Kähkönen, who have combined to provide the 6th worst save percentage in the league. 896. Finding dogs on good teams is tough, finding them on overachieving squads is nearly impossible. That said, it took Jekar Oslovic 16 games to locate the back of the net, and I think we can safely say Columbus was hoping for better production than that from the local boy. Yeah, we're doing it. Come on Crosby, shake the lead out. Sid has just 1 goal and 2 points in 7 appearances and is losing 60% of his face-offs. Read this all again quickly before it changes. We really had to reach here because so many key Vegas players have missed significant chunks of the season. Somehow we settled on Shea Theodore, who is, in fact, one of Vegas's best skaters. The defenseman's possession numbers have always been through the roof and his Corsi hasn't dipped below 60% in each of the past 3 seasons. Right now, though, he's sitting at 50.7. He's certainly going to eclipse the 5 goals he potted last season, but Jake DeBrusk is still scoring at just a 15-goal pace. Nico Hischier isn't the true light-it-up #1 overall pick and he's scuffling along with a shooting percentage of 5.9%, but 2 goals in 17 outings for the captain isn't a super great look. 16. St. Louis Blues, 10-7-2. It's wonderful to witness young players like Jordan Kyrou and Robert Thomas taking off in St. Louis, but the Blues would enjoy seeing Ryan O'Reilly get back to being that 70-point guy. Max Comtois is currently out after he had surgery on his right hand. We'll see what happens when he returns, but his 1 point in 13 games did not pick up where his breakout year last season left off. 5 assists, and no goals, in 14 games? Not a single point in the past 4 games, all losses for the Jets? Who is this imposter? Blake Wheeler? The net was a Dean Hills to lose and lose it he has, posting an .890 save percentage while James Reimer has shown with a .936 mark. The arrow has been pointing down on James Van Riemsdyk for a few years, but JVR has just 2 goals in 18 games this season. It looked like the Eeli Tolvanen thing might finally be happening last season, but he's sitting on a single goal in 19 games. The UFA contract Dallas gave Alexander Radulov in the summer of 2017 was always going to provide diminishing returns, and diminish those returns have, as the Russian has but a single marker in 17 games this year. While youngsters surge around him in the lineup, things just have yet to click for Filip Zadina. The 6th overall pick from 2018 is sitting on 3 goals in 21 games. We're giving it to the entire defense corps because, prior to Wednesday night's tilt with the Leafs, Drew Doughty was the only blue liner on this club to register a goal all year. Sean Durkee, making his NHL debut against the team that drafted him, became the second in a 6-2 drubbing. Between a 13-game roadie to start the year, a COVID outbreak and 3 straight tells to kick off the UBS Arena era, I think we can safely say the Islanders are having a year from hell. Basically, everyone outside Ilya Sorokin has disappointed, but Matthew Barzal can wear it because he's paid to be a 75-point guy, not a 50-point guy. Obviously, everyone was going to cut Jonathan Toews a lot of slack as he returned from a year away from hockey. Still, the captain is playing 18 minutes a night and has yet to find the net. Offense from the blue line has always been Will Butcher's calling card, but the former Devil has just 2 points in his first 15 outings as a Sabre. Philip Grubauer finished 3rd in Vezina Trophy voting last year, so the Kraken surely thought they'd be seeing something better than an .890 save percentage through 16 games. Tim Stützle seems to be working through a bit of a sophomore jinx with just 1 goal in 17 games. 30. Arizona Coyotes, 4-14-2. Surely the Yotes would have loved for Phil Kessel to pump his trade value a bit by scoring more than 3 times in 20 contests. If the Canucks stand any chance of getting this season back on the rails, they'll have to be sparked by better play from Elias Pettersson. In a sea of disappointment, Jeff Petry's struggles had to be the most stark. The fluid, right-shot defenseman could be playing his way right off Team USA.